Previously on Silversun.
This is Pegasus 1 to Pegasus 2. Have received your signal. Awaiting further coded instructions.
Is that a... It is, it's a J class.
Exactly the same as us.
We need to send over a boarding party now.
Boarding party to Star Runner. Do you copy? Okay, no outside communication.
Full complement.
Yeah, well, if I'd booked a ticket aboard this ship, I'd be talking to the entertainment officer.
Let's just get this done so we can leave.
I fear.
That's John Darius of the Infinity.
The Infinity, Silversun fleet, launch date.
They left 6 months after us.
So what are they doing out here?
More importantly, how did they overtake us?
Pancha, keep working on that log. Commodore, is there anything you're not telling me about the Infinity?
Prior to their disappearance, Darius was having problems with crew morale. I don't think he was handling it well.
According to the computer, all the pods were filled. All crew members accounted for.
So where is he?
Tane, are you there? Tane, report.
Hello? Anyone there? Didn't you hear Steve trying to call you?
No.
Let's stick together. This place is giving me the creeps.
Star Runner leaves on its 90-year journey to the New World. On board, an elite young crew and 550 settlers frozen in suspended animation.
Are you sure there was somebody in the pod in the first place?
All the records suggest that the cadet was placed in suspension along with the rest of the crew.
So then how did he get out?
Shh. Did you hear that?
Come on. Let's keep moving. There's no sign of anyone. We should get back to Star Runner.
Do you think it's possible to survive alone on a spaceship?
We've been trained to cope with solitude. I've done simulations.
Yeah, but this is no simulation. Just imagine. No one to talk to, no one to eat with. Just you. An empty space.
Doesn't sound too bad.
It would drive me nuts in under a week. And who knows how long this place has been like this?
We've looked everywhere. There's no one here.
Commander, I'm getting carbon dioxide emissions on board the Infinity. There.
Could it be one of our crew?
No, our guys are all accounted for here.
Could it be something else, a leaking pipe?
Not unless it's a pipe that inhales and exhales at breathing tempo.
So there's someone else on board the Infinity.
And it's heading straight for our crew.
Any luck? There's no sign of anyone else on board the ship other than us.
Commander Syriac to the Infinity, come in.
Commander?
Pancha has found evidence of someone else alive on board.
What evidence?
Could be a survivor. They will need our help.
Copy that.
Pancha has a reading. 30 metres ahead.
And moving towards you.
I don't see anything.
There's no one there.
10 metres.
Negative, Commander. There must be some mistake.
There's no mistake, it's coming for them.
5 metres and closing. It's right on top of you.
What do we do?
Let's get out of here.
Steve, can you read me? Steve, what happened? Status, Steve, now!
Somebody just dropped out of the reticulation space.
Somebody.
Male, about 17. Alive but unconscious.
You better bring him back.
What she said. Left.
Power is vitals. Pulse is steady, blood pressure normal. He looks a little undernourished, probably lacking in vitamin D.
Looks like he's been living pretty rough for quite a while.
Is he okay?
Who knows what he had to go through to survive?
Let's start a proper examination.
Can I help?
No thanks, Tane. We'll take it from here.
So why wasn't he detected before?
He could have been using a rebreather. That would deceive the thermal scanner.
Why would he want to do that? Wouldn't he want to be rescued?
Well, the air on the Infinity was pretty putrid without the filtration systems running. He may have been using it as a breathing aid.
Still, he must have seen us board. Why wouldn't he just come forward?
Maybe he thought he couldn't trust us.
It's possible. If he spent a long time alone on the ship, then he may have developed phobias, paranoias.
I didn't say he was crazy.
We don't know what he is yet. But until Zandy and Sheng have re-established contact with Earth, then he's our best chance of finding out what happened on the Infinity.
He's negative for retroviruses and bacterial infections.
His microbic toxicity scan's clear too. He's in great shape considering.
What do you think happened to him?
We'll have to wait till he's conscious to find out.
That's the strange thing. According to his brainwaves, he should be awake.
He's definitely not with us. Let's have a look.
It's if his brain is as active when he's unconscious as a normal person's when they're awake.
His synapses are firing, all right.
Hate to see what he's capable of when he's awake.
I think this is one very smart young man.
You'd think he'd be smart enough to take a shower. He smells really bad.
I don't think hygiene was the top of his priorities.
Next. No. No. Next. Wait, that's him. Definitely.
Cadet Julian Strager. He was quite a guy, Dux of Space College.
Challenger Award for Best All-Round Astronaut. Magna Cum Laude pass in cybernetics. It keeps going.
Wow! He designed the new generation computer in use on Infinity. I wouldn't mind having a chat to him when he comes to. I mean, I've made modifications, but that's nothing compared to what he must be capable of.
Let's not be too hasty. We don't know anything about Cadet Strager yet. Just because he's smart doesn't mean he's all there right now.
How can you say that? You don't even know him.
He doesn't look like I thought he would.
Well, he has been stranded alone on a spaceship for who knows how long.
Yeah, but in his photo he looked smarter.
What? He was wearing glasses?
No. It's just that people with his mental capacity don't usually look so...
So what?
Well, so good looking.
You think he's cute?
No.
You just said...
You should see his record. He's the smartest cadet I've ever heard of. It's his mind that interests me.
Yeah, right. Why don't you kiss him?
What?
It might wake him up. It'll be like Sleeping Beauty.
But he's a guy. He's supposed to be Prince Charming.
Outdated gender stereotypes. Go on. I won't tell anyone.
Forget it.
I was only kidding.
Thankfully, there's absolutely no sign of any virus or bacteria or anything else nasty.
Is he concussed?
No.
Did he receive any physical injuries at all?
Not that we can find.
So why is he still unconscious?
Well, that's a bit of a mystery. His EEG is normal.
Nothing about this makes any sense at all.
What does Earth think?
That's part of the problem. I got the distinct impression that the Commodore wasn't telling me everything she knew.
Why would she do that?
Until we can re-establish contact with Earth, I have no idea.
Any luck?
I've tried everything and I can't get a signal.
What a surprise. We're left in the dark again.
Sandy, the commander wants to get through to Earth as much as we do.
But it stopped working when he was using it.
Don't you think you're taking your conspiracy theories a little too far? The Sargasso disk is stopping us reaching Earth, not Syriacs.
Yeah, maybe.
I've tried maximum compression, but the drift of the meteoroids in the disk is blocking us worse than before.
Someone knows what's going on. And I'm betting it's Tane.
Hi, Tane.
Hi.
Looking for me?
I was going to see how Cadet Strager's going.
So they've confirmed that's him then?
Yeah.
He's still unconscious.
So?
So there's not much point in seeing him then, is there?
Fine.
You want to go grab some food?
No, I'm busy.
How was the debrief with Syriacs? Any more ideas on what happened to the Infinity?
Not really.
What's that?
Nothing.
What's going on, Tane?
I said nothing.
Think about it. We would never have found the Infinity if we hadn't gone off course. And why are we off course in the first place? Someone put a virus on the computer.
So what are you saying?
We're here because someone on Star Runner wanted us here.
Why don't you stop accusing Tane of something every 5 minutes?
I never said it was Tane. But you just did.
What I want to know is how they got ahead of us if they left after we did. The ship looked like it had been run down for months, not days.
There's lots of questions nobody's answering. Like, who is this Strager guy? And why is he the only one awake?
I bet he's a zombie.
No, he's a ghost.
He's come to haunt us. He'll wait till we've got our backs to.
And take over.
So what do we do? He didn't look like a ghost.
Do you think he saw us?
What if he comes to get us?
We'd better hide.
Good idea.
I'm gonna get a milkshake first.
Hi. Are you alright?
Yeah, I woke up. I wasn't sure where I was. There was no one here.
Well, how are you feeling? You were out of it for ages.
I'm okay.
Well, I should check your blood pressure.
Thank you.
I'm Mara, anyway. You're on the Star Runner.
Nice to be here.
Normal. So what were you doing on the computer?
Reflex. Wanted to find out what was going on. Computer's quickest way to do that. You could have been anyone. Had to be sure who I was dealing with, right?
I'll tell the commander you've regained consciousness.
We were 18 months out from Earth when we collided with a meteoroid. We lost all navigational power, the engine was damaged, we were stuck. We couldn't do anything to avoid the wormhole, which just sucked us up.
That's awful.
Gets worse. After we went through the other side, we had no idea where we were. We drifted for a long time without any contact with Earth, and no way of getting back.
Do you have any idea how long you were out there?
Our clocks were completely useless. The wormhole must have stretched time in some way. For us it felt like 6 months, but here, it could have been only days.
Oh, that would explain the dates. On the commander's log and the pods. They were all forward 3 months.
I wanted to try to go back through the wormhole, but Commander Darius, was reluctant to risk it. Eventually he decided to suspend the whole crew and await rescue.
Why weren't you suspended?
Well, I volunteered to stay out, keep everything running, make sure the pods were okay. But once everyone was under, I made a breakthrough in my space-time navigation, and I decided to give it a try.
So in effect, you took over command of the ship.
We were lost. We would have eventually run out of fuel, the pods would have lost power, and that would have been it. I had to do something.
So then what happened?
Well, I managed to get back to the wormhole. I went through it and ended up here. But I couldn't navigate the ship through the disk without full engine power. So I decided to switch on the emergency beacon, just hoping someone would come along. And luckily you did.
Whoa, what an incredible experience. You're gonna get a medal, you know. A collision, a wormhole, marooned in outer space all alone. What an ordeal.
It is a good story.
Story? Don't you believe him?
What do you think?
What reason would he have to lie?
There's just something that doesn't add up.
Like what?
I would feel better if we could corroborate what he's told us with the commander's log.
I don't understand. After all he's been through, shouldn't we be helping him? Not suspecting him of... Well, what do you think he's done exactly?
We're not accusing him of anything, but I think the commander's right. We should reserve judgment until we know more.
I don't believe this.
You haven't told me what it was like on board the Infinity.
Not much to tell. It's a bit like Star Runner.
Yeah, but you know, places have a personality just as much as people do. What was it like? Did you find this over there?
Give it back.
It's Pegasus, isn't it? The Greek mythological horse that could fly?
Just give it back.
Come on, Tane. Why won't you talk to me? I know there's more to this.
You don't know anything.
I just want to know.
You always want to know. Some things are none of your business.
Hello? Come on.
Wind horses flying across the heavens together.
I have tried everything. Until we're out of the Sargasso, there is no more communication with Earth.
Maybe you can help me with Commander Darius's log. I'm hitting about a dozen brick walls here.
But if the log was fried during the Infinity's collision, there should only be one corruption.
Well, that's what I thought. But the log's perfectly readable in parts, not uniformly scrambled like you'd expect. It's like there's too many things wrong with it.
What does that mean?
Well, the computer's telling me that the bits we can't read have been scrambled and encrypted and corrupted, you name it. It's like someone vandalised it on purpose.
And to top it all off, the log's written in a new generation program, which must be 50 times more powerful than ours.
Whoever did this, they're good.
We're going to have to devise a totally new approach if we're going to unscramble this stuff.
Got any ideas?
No.
Hey, look at this. There's a date here, when the corruption of the log began.
So?
So it doesn't match the date of the collision.
The corruption was well after that.
It's also after the crew put themselves into suspension.
That means there's only one person who could have done this. Our new guest.
Do you want to be alone? Or is it alright if I sit here?
You can sit, as long as you promise not to ask any more questions.
Why? Afraid of what the answers might be? Don't you think it's better to know the truth?
Maybe it isn't. Isn't there a saying, ignorance is bliss? Maybe I'd be happier if I didn't know anything was wrong at all.
So, you don't mind walking around with all these questions, not knowing who to trust, not knowing what Tane is hiding.
What makes you think he's hiding something?
Because you know him better than anyone, and it's obvious you don't trust him anymore.
What's more important? Loyalty to your fellow cadet, or loyalty to the mission?
That depends. Are you being loyal to Tane because he's a cadet, or because he's your boyfriend?
I say we go to Syriax with what we've got.
Without giving Strager a chance to explain himself.
We don't owe him anything. He's not one of us.
If he really did encrypt that log, he's smart enough to cover his tracks.
Exactly. So why bother going and asking him anything?
I'd love to know how he did it.
At least we know why he did it. He's obviously got something to hide.
So, this is your D room. It's a bit smaller than ours on the Infinity.
Are you supposed to be up?
You're Pancher, right?
How'd you know?
Had a bit of a play on the computer earlier. You've made some really interesting shortcuts. Yeah, and I read about that as well. That is fantastic. I'd love to be connected to the computer like you are.
You would?
I'm Sheng. I'll be working on decrypting Commander Darius's log.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mess. I tried to fix it after the meteoroid, but I'm afraid...
I'll get there. I've got some ideas.
Looking through the computer, it felt like I got to know you a bit as well.
Well, the connection's pretty strong.
I'd love to see it in action. Is there any chance...
Sure.
See, now this is a beautiful piece of code.
Thank you.
I'm not just saying it. It's elegant, graceful. I wish I'd thought of it.
I'm sure you could if you wanted to. I've seen your work on the Commander Darius's log's pretty well corrupted.
You think you can fix it?
I don't know.
Pancha, Syriax would like a progress report on the bridge.
I'll be there in a sec.
He wants it now.
You go ahead, I'll be here when you get back.
So you think Strager is responsible for the log's corruption?
It looks that way, but
He's the only one who could have done it.
Are you sure about this?
Positive.
And is there any chance that you'll be able to salvage any more of the Commander's log?
I'm working on a decryption program, but I have to tailor it to Strager's state-of-the-art system.
Good. Keep with it.
Why don't we just ask Strager what's on the log?
Because he'll lie.
It's not like that.
How do you know, Pancha? He gives you one compliment and suddenly you're blind.
I don't believe you think that. You're just jealous.
No way, I don't care if you like him.
I meant you're jealous of his mind.
We don't have time for this. I need you both to work on decrypting Commander Darius's log. We have to find out the truth. And for the moment, I think it's best if Strager doesn't know that we suspect him.
Understood, Commander.
Okay, I won't say anything.
Karen, do you have a second?
I'm just on my way to the bridge.
Do we keep a log of all communications from Star Runner?
Of course.
Can I access them?
Yes, they're on general code entry on the backup files. Why do you need them?
I just want to check something.
Strager, are you okay? What happened? I'm fine. I need you to come and get me. I'll tell the commander. No, you can't tell anyone you've talked to me. Not yet. But how will I get the ship to change course if I don't tell Syriax? You weren't the second best cadet in our class for nothing. You'll think of a way. I'm the pilot, but I can't just... You wouldn't be there if it wasn't for me. Have you forgotten that? I'm coming for you. Good.